Today we're going to talk about the summit, AI, blockchain, and why crypto is the future. So if you're feeling down about crypto, you're going to be very happy that you tuned in tonight. Crypto King, the original Crypto King, I might add, is going to be with us speaking, and it's going to be quite a space. Quite a space. I know there's a lot of mixed emotions in the space, but I'm one of the people who's been here for quite a while, since before Bitcoin was very popular and in the mainstream media. And I've been very adamant that crypto is the future. I have very many reasons why crypto is the future, but tonight, the original Crypto King will share with you why he believes crypto is the future. I also said that Bitcoin will go over 150,000 and is definitely on its way there. I'm also going to go ahead and go out on a limb tonight and say you don't have much to worry about. Hold your positions. Really, really, really bright future ahead. So Crypto King is in the building, the original Crypto King, I might add. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him up, and we're going to get this party started. Brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How do I sound? How do I sound?
You sound absolutely perfect. I know you said you had just about 45 minutes to an hour today, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the mic.
All right. Thank you so much. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Just wanted to talk a little bit about the sentiment and what's going on in crypto today. See how you guys are doing, the mindsets, and remember exactly why we're here. Especially engaging with keys and how we're doing things with the real world utility and assets. It's a constant reminder that you never know who's building, you never know what they're doing. That's the beautiful thing about crypto. That's why we always had the sections with DeFi and your other areas, because people always believe in different things. And that's so important to remember, in crypto, like, what do we stand for? We stand for something people believe in and what we're able to do, dreams, adventures, whatever, just endless opportunities. Crypto was never meant to be capped. So we decided to do a spaces tonight, because it was just great. I'm like, this is a great time. Things are going great. You look at where crypto began, you look at where we're at now, at first, starts out a couple of 100 million and a couple of billion. Never thought we'd see a trillion. And then you have all these things that people are bringing in. So it's really a great time, especially the way we're able to mix AI into the real world utility and allow these things to benefit us. And I'm just excited to be here tonight. And that's what today's spaces was mainly about. Not only understanding, so much about what's out there, but just trusting in the fact of what crypto is about. So keys, been building, developing, the company, everything we've been doing, real world utilities, actually doing things. We're in our little white list right now. We're doing we're our pre-registration form. Some of you guys are seeing that on my page. You guys are following what's going on, so as you guys can see, there's a lot of hype, but it's a lot of things we're excited to share with people. Not talking, just setting a standard, letting people know that we believe in what we do and that we stand for what we do, just to trust in that fact and just to see it come through. So that's really what tonight is about: setting the standard, clearing the air, letting those that are new to crypto understand, like, what's going on here. Because you have people that are introduced in the meme coin section. You get people that are just introduced passive income. You get people that are into crypto indirectly. They don't even know they're getting these rewards tokens, and they're like, what are these? So it's just a reminder out there, I am the original Crypto King. Yeah, I was building for a couple of years. A lot of people, I'm this and I'm that, but it's like, it can only be one king, and that's how these things have developed. And I'm glad to be a part of, the keys ecosystem, the family that I've met, the people I've been engaging with, the businesses I've been going to, been having dinner with a couple of people. It's just absolutely mind blowing to see how many people are actually adopting crypto, to see how many people are doing this. And it's like, you see people active on X, you see people active in other places, but when you really begin to open up your mouth, you realize that crypto is a culture, crypto is a movement, crypto, and I love that, and I just love how Keys is, because it gives you that ability to just be a part of something great. you be a part of something just holding. It gives you the opportunity to actually learn, to actually breathe as a standard. We've been around over 4 years, while we were constantly building, constantly doing things. So that right there proves itself. You can go back, check all of our Twitter posts. You can see our engagement. You could read everything we've been here um, for years, and I'm so glad to be rolling out things in this time where you see so many people are engaging. Where the summit, you see where people are thinking about Bitcoin strategic reserve, but as you guys can notice, there's other assets they're putting on there, and that valuable, those things that are valuable are going to be determined a lot by not just height, but actual utility, actual products, and it's just a great thing to do. What's being done in Keys is I've never seen it done on a scale. A lot of people could be like, "Well, our project does that. We put the product, the profits back in here and do that," but I've never seen a project do something like this to put back so much into what it believes in. A lot of projects I've been in over the years, a lot of things I've been engaged with, it's like they do that, then they kind of put the dream on the back burner. Then they're like, but we have to do this, but we have to do that, and they put these things behind them, and it's kind of like, well, what about the community? What about the people that believed in you? What about the people that sacrificed? Yes, we can be like, oh, you should never invest more than you can spend, but in actuality, life sometimes causes you to do things. It causes you to make choices sometimes, and you step out and you do those things, and that's what crypto is about. It's about learning, it's about maturity. You guys that want to engage about the ecosystem, you guys that want to engage about the registration form, you guys that even have questions in general, because the team has been here for years. Like, even though 4 years with the company, you actually have people that were around, myself included, when Bitcoin was, I purchased Bitcoin at $1. So I've been here quite a while. I've seen the ups and downs. I've seen the trends. I've seen these things like that. And for Keys to do, what it has done with the technology, to understand, that we're in an AI battle form where people are kind of battling. But AI, no matter where you say it, no matter where you come from, it's based off of data. And what you have with Keys is not just the data of just something you could pull from Google, because otherwise you're just fighting with each other, but you're pulling organic data. That means knowledge that was known years before things, solutions, secret. All these are infused in that technology. So that technology is far above, because a lot of people like what stands out. You can say whatever you want to about anything standing out, but in all actuality, the only way it'll really stand out is by the way it proves itself. And the best way you can prove yourself is either results, productivity, or some way we can gauge it in that measure. And that's what Keys has done. We've been around for our community. We continue to build in the bear market. We decided to deploy everything strategically on the pole chain, the pole network, understanding there's so much growth. We're really loving the ag. We've been talking in talks with the ag layer team about the solutions for fractionized liquidity and fractional liquidity, and all these solutions that are coming together. And it's a time that you're able to infuse all of these, and just move different things around and really network, and that's what crypto is about. So today was not just to draw, but to teach, to empower, to let a lot of people know that hope, that's what hope is. And that's why I'm so big on Keys. That's why I'm so big on the ecosystem, because it's not just about raising money. It's not just about raising awareness. It's actually being something, a standard that you could share to your family, your mother, your brother, your grandmother, something that's just so neutral. Keys is so neutral. It's just something that creates opportunity. It's the name. Once the name was mentioned to me, I was just like, that's the perfect way to explain something. Like, if you want to explain a treasure cove, you think of a key to the vault, and then it's just endless. Well, that's what Keys does. It gives you the keys to endless opportunities, not just one door where we say, oh, you get 10% off of this or 10%. No, it gives you keys for actual engagement. I mean, we've literally been having coffee, dining with other businesses, and it's just been mind blowing to see how many people are ready for this innovation. We don't really engage in the politics and things like that because we're focused on what we're engaging and what we've been building for what we've been building. That's community, that's engagement, that's results, consistency, longevity. And the founder of Keys, he says it so well. And uh, because he's not someone who needs anything, those are the people I stand behind, not the people who need me to need them, but the people who would want me to be a part of something they share. And he talks all the time about a legacy, and you don't hear that anymore. Everybody says, oh, I want to be top 5, I want to be top 10, I want to be this, or bash another community, bash another project, and they're doing all these things, and it's not about that. To me, it's about standing behind something, leaving something that we can be proud of. A lot of mistakes we made when the internet first began, we was like, oh, that shouldn't be there, I'm embarrassed of this. But it's through those failures that allow us to benefit and grow. And with Keys, you have a company that actually understands the aspects of not only the positive but the negative. We have this thing called problem solution, where we see problems, we will find a solution, we engage in those, and we benefit it to a more favorable position that benefits its holders and everyone involved in the team. So with that type of experience alone, it's valuable. You also have connections. You have connections with different partnerships that they're silent. We have a lot of NDA forms because certain things you have to do to comply with certain regulations and to be fair, and to be transparent. And the best way to be transparent is to set a standard, and we hold ourselves accountable on those levels regardless of who we are. Like we always check each other, even if there's something, like we constantly do that to make sure we're okay, make sure we're aware, and when we're big on what we stand for. Because if you're going to be the standard, you have to be the standard. There's no point in holding someone down and you're no better than them. So we're really proud to hold a standard, and that's what today is about: setting the energy, setting the stage of Crypto King is here. This is why I'm here. This is why I began crypto, not just to look at people argue and fuss and tell me how to do things. I don't believe the world was designed to be controlled or directed by one individual. It is the beauty, it is the creation, the creativity of all creation that makes everything beautiful. The way the birds are able to be birds, the way the trees are able to be trees. But you don't see a bird telling a tree how to be a tree, nor a watermelon how to tell an orange what to do. I believe everyone should be in their places and focus exactly where it is they strongly believe they're supposed to be, or where they want to be a legacy, or more important, Keys, we like to invest and partner with people that are beneficial to that aspect of growth, that are open to being able to learn, and passion. We're so big on passion. Passion means more to us than any monetary value, because monetary value can be very deceiving on in a time of that we're in. We can be honest, because that's why we build things the way we do, is because we learn from things. But right here, there's a great time to invest in crypto. It's a great time to invest in Keys. As you notice, I'm very broad about what I do. I'm very broad about what I speak, because if I speak, I'm going to give you something to stand on. And I say that the reason why, if I mention Keys, that's the platform I believe in. But where you gain all this infinite knowledge, all this infinite wisdom as you come into this ecosystem. Just check out the chat. You guys have a field day. Like, they're literally my cup of coffee. Just the way the questions, the way they engage, and it just makes my day. Some days I'm on a road, and I'll just be like, wow, I was like, that's really nice. Well, I stop to grab a cup of coffee and I'll check the chat. Really great guys in there. You have some people working 16 hours a day. Like, I've never seen anything like that. And they're volunteering. That's not what we require. Um, the founder, he likes to give them, he likes to give them some weekends off, and they're still in their weekends, just going away. And I'm just like, man, it's so beautiful when you can see that. Our inboxes have been flooding with just participation of volunteers, and not only that, people who are willing to 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 do results first. I feel like we're in a time where everybody, they say this and they say that, and the trust factor is gone. But if you could prove yourself, if you can actually prove whatever it is you believe in, if you can actually just do whatever you say to the best that you can, to your truth, things will be so different. The world will be so different, and that's what Keys set out to be, something that actually is a standard, that is tangible, that is made manifest from the deepest, highest thoughts of one could think of to benefit its ecosystem and benefit its people. We love that Keys, when we see Keys, we want you guys to understand and feel that. But when you see Keys, you actually feel this engagement. You actually feel this community, because Keys alone is symbolism to me in the highest form, almost as we would say like a Christmas tree. So you see a Christmas tree and you think of all the things. You think of the gingerbread man. You think about all these things, Christmas lights on the tree. Well, that's what Keys represents. That's what the symbol really represents. Is when you peek into that keyhole, what door are you opening up? What door are you engaging? What is out there for you? What opportunities are you able to see? And better yet, what opportunities can be presented to you? Because that's how things work. We have people that flow in different areas with graphics, whether it's video. It doesn't matter what they do, they find value. And to me, that's the most valuable thing you can find in a person, is that passion, and someone that's willing to give you a piece of them at no cost, just to be a part of you. And you don't find that anymore. I don't speak too too highly on, other projects too much, but I do have a few, and there is a couple of, I would say they'll be in the top 100. About 15 to 20 projects I work with, and they're still there. That community feeling I sense with Keys. That's why I love it so much, because it was like this sentiment I felt before, this energy that I'm feeling. I felt it before, because you know how life is. It brings you things sometimes that you're familiar with, but you'd be like, wait, do I do the same thing, or do I do something different? And there were projects I was engaged in. It just was like 1,000x, 2,000x, and the sentiment that I feel now, the sentiment that I'm able to feel and be surrounded by on a day-to-day basis as we're building, because that is the best time to be with people. Not only once they build, but once they continue to build. That sentiment is here like I've never felt before, and that's what excites me, because I'm like, you have all these positive factors of what it is you need to look at in success. You have all the positive factors for what it is you need to continue to go. Like, you have all the green lights, you have the checks, you have the communities, you have the leaders, you have the experience, you have the tech, not only the tech, but we had it before AI was even popular. That's what amazes me. A lot of people will talk about it. It's a big deal now, but you don't want to be that guy that finds out about things on TV. You don't want to be the guy that finds about it once it's super 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 viral. I mean, yes, there's percentages to be made. There's gains to be made, but you want to be able to follow your instincts. You want to be able to listen to people that you realize really they don't seem desperate, that they don't seem in a rush, that means there's something that they truly believe in. It means there's something very valuable, and that means there's something one of a kind. When you get someone with that level of confidence, not only just in a level to produce a product, but a level to be consistent no matter what tests and trials we come their way, no matter what tests and trials we face, to look at the opposition and become so much greater. I'm proud of the team over and over again. I can't say how much I appreciate you guys, because I know, a few of you are in here listening. I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate you. How much even let me be here, because that's what it is. What Keys is, it's like, even allowing me to be a part of it is just absolutely mind blowing, and I'm appreciative to the fact that I decided to bring the original Crypto King out and fully support it to my fullness, instead of complaining like the majority that says, "Oh, I'm going to get out of crypto on this." Let's be honest. Some things we lose are the passion, because we don't see these things that are presented. But never forget that a seed forgotten is not a seed on the planet. It's just a seed that's forgotten. But forgotten does not mean that seed won't sprout up, and that's where we are. Keys has planted that seed, and it seems like the winter we planted that seed, and it seemed like much wasn't going on. And then when it seems like people are kind of like, okay, I guess, and then you turn around and you see that you have all these different trees, all these different plants that have sprouted up from being able to not only plant a seed, but being to adjust and connect with other people and then merge this together. And that's what you have. You have something that literally is the standard. I'm just so proud to be a part of it. And that's what today was really about, is seeing the sentiment, seeing people where they're going. Like, guys, wake up. Do you not realize, like, that if we looked at X, I'm still in the habit of saying Twitter, but if we look at X a couple of years ago, do you see how much was crypto mentioned? How do we have crypto.com on a stadium? Like, really think of these things. This is stuff that was never thought of and looked at, and you've done this. And I say you, as in me as well, but you've done this. I've done this. We've done this by being consistent through the storm. We've done this by being consistent with the rain. We've done this in the bear markets. We've done this in the bull runs. And that's what it is. It's not always expecting something to be immediate, but just trusting the process and trusting what we stand for, what you stand for. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And it's just like, never forget that. I want to see more positive posts. I want to see people like, our decision of where we go should never be determined by an individual. And that's pretty much all I feel I need to say that. And that comes from any one particular entity, person, whatever you want to call it, that feels like they're the only way that can lead crypto to it. You've already messed up, because even the king realizes that he has to allow his lords and everyone else to flourish on their lands. And then he collects what he does, but he allows things to be. And that's how crypto is. You could pull it this way, you could bridge it over this way, you could unify the liquidity, it's endless things you can do. But to say one solution fits all, that is insane. That actually takes out the entire enjoyment of life if everything was just one way. So it's just important that we remember that, especially being in crypto so long. Um, Seeing these cycles, seeing people up and down, and then seeing the people who have been here. I'll call you OGs, crypto OGs, to see some of you guys just giving up. Like, okay, let's get our tails from between our legs. Let's stop over leveraging. Because over leveraging usually means we want our profits a little bit faster. We want to cover our losses. Well, how about we just focus and strategize on things that we know work, and not from a religious aspect, but you hear where it's saying the kingdom of God is like, and it's telling you that sometimes when you see an opportunity, when you see something, that the wise man went and sold everything for that opportunity, and because but it's like that. It's like sometimes and the things that you do know in life, just hold on to that feeling and never forget it, because when you're presented with that energetic signature again, when you're presented with that cycle again, then you can make a decision that you say, that time that I had invested in this project, X amount of dollars, had I invested more, then it would have been substantially more. Like, we've done that. We've all done $500 when we had 5,000, and the 500 turned into 5,000, and 500 turned into 50,000. We're like, dang it! If I would have put the whole 5 grand in there, then and now we realize we had $1 million. And this how things are. It's like life-changing opportunities. The internet before the internet, Amazon before Amazon, eBay before eBay. It's not getting into things once they're established. It's looking for the trends, looking for people that are informative, looking for the people to prove themselves first. It's that simple. Someone that has to ask for so much before they do so little, how is that fair to you? And I think it's time that people understand, and they justify what is right, they justify what is wrong, and they justify the value. The value of what? Stop looking on the outside. What is the value of you? What are you worth? What is your money from working, whether it's sweat, blood, tears, or whether it's from greasy, chunky fingers on a keyboard. Whatever it is that you do, it does not matter what you do with your wealth, what you do with your investment. You have a right and you have some worth to decide, what are you going to do with that. And I think it's time we take a step back, we breathe. We don't have to invest in things just because we want to make a quick buck. We don't have to invest in things like this because we know it's a scam and we want to get out of it. We don't have to do anything. We do what we want to do. And that's getting behind something that you know is ahead. And we're it's already ahead. Keys is already ahead because the technology was developed before AI became popular. We're not catching a trend. We are the trend. And knowing that you'd be like, oh, so they're calling it AI. They're calling it this. But it's just a name for what a computer has always done. You put data inside a computer and it gives you whatever it is you want. It's just AI is it's a different visual point of our way for it to do things. It's more automated, I may say, our way to view it. But this has been going on your entire life, on all the way to DVD players. Yes, I said DVD players, but it goes all the way back to DVD players. It goes back to cassettes. It was always data transformed to be viewed or some form. That's all that's going on. Continue to smile. I'll see see if my buddy had anything you wanted to say, because that's pretty much what I wanted to say for the sentiment. And I can just go on endlessly because I want this energy to flow. I want this energy to flourish. I want this energy to reach the masses. And I want you guys engaged. Even if you decide at this moment, man, this sounds so good. How much should I buy? I want you to come and check out the community. I want you to go check out our posts. I want you to take the time because you're worth it and read. Nobody reads anymore because we've gotten to the point where we feel like we're too busy. Are you too busy to feed your soul? Are you too busy to feed yourself? Are you not worth it? And I'm giving value to you because when you start to understand the value in yourself, that's where opportunities, you can see opportunities, and you can see that this is a God-given opportunity that's presented to you. And that's what Keys is about. Not only that, but it's a form of expression that allows itself and the creators to express their love, their passion, their dedication throughout, and then to allow the community to express themselves for that. But not only that, to create the opportunity for you to express yourself. And very few people that I know of are doing that. Yeah, they can say they'll do that, but no, we want to give you the opportunity to express yourself. Notice, not to control, not to direct, to express yourself. We don't care if you like cats. We don't like if you care dogs. We don't like if you like toads. We don't like if we don't care what it is you like. We don't care what it is. If you want to ride camels, if you want to ride bulls, that's not that we don't care. We want you to be able to express yourself in your form of happiness. Mine may be sitting with a few of my employees in their home towns, and engaging in their family cultures and their traditions and presenting something to me that's valuable to them. And I'm like, oh, this is, to me, that right there is valuable. And when you can begin to see that, people see it in you. And that's the team we have because we've given them so much support. We've given them so much love. It's almost as if you get things back that way. And that's the team you stand behind. You have a team that stand behind integrity, they stand behind respect, they stand behind consistency, and they do that. Like, that's free. We give that to you. It's absolutely free. There's nothing you have to do for that. That's what we give you. And then whatever you do with that is entirely up to you. And that right there is a rare jewel alone. And just to be a part of something like that, I'm glad people see the value. Thank you guys so much for the ones that are you're registering these whitelist forms and everything. It's just giving us an estimate. Just thank you guys so much for being patient for us. I know you guys are like, well, I'm ready to buy now. I want it right now. Well, we're doing everything exactly how we're doing it perfect, guys. But we want to thank you in advance. Keep spreading the word. Fill out the forms. We have more rolling out so you guys can see, but as you can understand, this raise, it goes up. It goes up each level, so everyone is taking advantage of that. In the moment, we thank you for that, guys, so much. It's just been a phenomenal experience, and it reminds me of the old days of crypto. That's all I can say. The old days where you actually happy to check your inbox. You are happy to understand that something you build will be there for you to build on top tomorrow. I'll say that again. Something that you build today will be there tomorrow, so you can add on to that. That means a team that stands on what they believe. And then whatever we build today, we're in plan to add on that tomorrow. That right there is true value. That is true purpose, true integrity. And when you add those things together with consistency, it doesn't matter what law you want to use, gravity, laws of attraction, it doesn't matter what you use. There's only one way that can go. There's only one way it could be a favorable outcome.
To your point, one thing you said that was so freaking brilliant is that a seed forgotten is not a seed unplanted. That is just so big because it means this is the beginning and it's not the end. And if you realize that cryptocurrency was a big deal before it went to the mainstream media and Bitcoin jumped up to 17,000, then you'll understand how important you are. And the only thing that I would want to add, brother, because what you said was so perfectly articulated, the only thing I would want to add is that remember who you are, remember the power you hold. And of course, one man's got the power. Of course, different countries got the power if you give them the power, because you've got the power too. And don't forget that we built this thing up to where now crypto.com is on the side of a stadium, to where now everyone's talking about cryptocurrency, to where now trillions of dollars are getting ready to come into the market. But that did not happen because we were biting our nails and fearful every time something came on the news. Okay. It happened because we were resilient. We said Bitcoin's going to reach 150,000 and most likely even go beyond when it was selling for $400 a pop. Okay. And King and I were around here when it was selling for $1 a pop. So you've got to remember the power you hold. I would say hold your positions. If you really are feeling down about crypto, if you're feeling unsure about the future, just remember that the future is here because of what we did way back when, way back then. And cryptocurrency means something to us here at Keys. It means something to me personally too. Like I'm here for a reason. Decentralized finance has been attacked with counterintelligence. There's a reason there's so many scams. There's a reason there's so much bad news about cryptocurrency. There's a reason. But as soon as it gets this dark, the only thing that's going to happen is whoop, a green day. Okay, trillions of dollars coming into the market. Oh my God, Bitcoin jumped up to 200,000, all in your news. And then everyone's like, why did I sell? Why did I sell? Because you don't listen to yourselves. You know your intuition told you this is going to be a big deal years ago. That's why you're still here. And you wouldn't be here if you weren't really interested in crypto. Okay. Now, only 6% of the world is in cryptocurrency. You're a part of that number. You're here very early. You're here before everyone else. And all the nations have Bitcoin. All the federal banks are built on the Polygon infrastructure. Okay. They switched their infrastructure over to the Polygon blockchain. Do you really want to follow the money? Or do you want to follow the news? I think I'm going to leave it at that. Do you want to follow the money or do you want to follow the news? Okay. Crypto is the future. So, once again, we are doing our whitelist. You can go and register for the whitelist, but I'm going to go ahead and close on that kind of note because what we said here today is just very deep. Yes, the whitelist is a great opportunity. However, you remembering your power is an even greater opportunity because the sky is not just the limit anymore, it's the beginning. It's not even a limit anymore, it's the beginning. It's where we can start to soar, it's where we can learn to fly. And if I can give you any advice, turn off your TVs, okay? Hold your positions that you believe in because you believe in it and keep moving ahead. The world will follow. But if you come when the world comes, you're going to be getting in at prices that are astronomically higher than they are right now. Look into DeFi. Learn how to look into projects and tell that they're real and invest in the real people, not just real hype. Remember, there's coming a time very soon when this market's about to be booming again, when we're all happy to check our messages again, when we're all in the chats meeting new people again because we're all making money and we're all looking at different projects. Just remember the core values of what we are here in cryptocurrency. This is a currency that's for everyone. This is a currency that allows you to dream again. This is a currency that's not controllable and it puts you in control. So if I could say anything, follow the money. Look at what the big shots are doing. They all have got Bitcoin. They all got cryptocurrency. What are you doing being sad right now? If it's dark right now, this is when you should be buying. This is when you should be the happiest because we could make up tomorrow to a green day.
Like you said, I mean, I can't say it any better to see that opportunity of what's being presented. And not only that, the true value of what you said. I mean, it's so many nuggets in this spaces literally tonight, like so much knowledge, so much power. It's so empowering to be empowered before you even you even give somebody a dime, before you even, like, that's what this is about. And I think a lot of people forgot that. And I can actually tell, just listening to a person for a few minutes, how long they've been in crypto. You guys just have to really listen how much desperation is in there, how much aggressiveness is in there. Because if you, even if you just gotten in crypto now, you should be kind of tired. Crypto could be draining, you know. So it's like, the more knowledge you learn, the more you're able to view and look at. Those things right there help you. That right there tells you the experience an individual is telling you. So I mean, just listening to things I said, listen to what my brother just gave you guys. That's what we have for you tonight. To be happy, be excited what's going on. Look at how far we've come. Sometimes you can move so much. You can move, and it's happening so long that you forget you're in a boat. You forget that you're riding down. And then when you get to another island, you're like, wait, I got to another island, but you never took the time to observe how much you actually grown. And the crypto space has grown so much, and we've done such a great job with all the scams, all the rugs, and then all the good things. And then now people are the new products, the new safety. Like, I'm so proud of, you guys. I'm so proud of, we have actual banks, people have cards. This is stuff I never thought it would be here that fast. I know it, but to understand where we are right now, follow the money, pay attention. The best thing he told you was like, okay, are you really starting to notice what's on the news and what's actually the opportunities you're missing? Just pay attention. Like, just pay attention on what your world, what revolves around you. There's a lot of nuggets. There's a lot of powers, of that. But I love you guys to join us. Listen, make sure you share this. If you can't reach us here, you'll always reach us in Telegram. You read on our websites. The links are posted everywhere. Come in, give us a chat. We can always open up a VC. We love VCs. We're always doing VCs. Even when we're having meetings, VC. When we're talking about production, VCs. Our guys love VCs. And we love chats. We love chatting with you guys. We love engagement. So you guys don't have anything to do, grab a cup of coffee that morning and jump in the chat. If you're done eating dinner or you feel like, oh, you just need something to lift you up, come in our community, come talk to us, come get to know us. Like, we're human before anything. We've only really established these things so we can actually be more human and enjoy ourselves, and that's what this is about. But
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Thank you for joining, brother. Thank you for taking the time out your day to do that. I know we were both engaging in some very interesting activities today, but to take the time and just decide to put this out, to set a standard, to share your infinite wisdom, your knowledge with us tonight, that's greatly appreciated. And again, thank you for the opportunity to me, not only to be a part of this, but an opportunity to express myself, because I think that's so important as we move forward. And we're talking about keys, we're talking about opportunities and doors, to allow people to express themselves. And to me, it literally doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is definitely a safe space for people to express themselves, and you did that so beautifully today, so beautifully today. This is such beautiful information that we have here tonight. So many gems packed into it. If you don't know about keys, please join our Telegram, read the white papers. We're about to launch the white list for this thing, and we have integrity and we have innovation. Okay, and we're going to be pumping 100% of our profits back into the chart, and we're going to be pushing up the USDT value of keys until we are in the top 100, until we're in the top 80, until we're in the top 50, until we're in the top 40, until we're in the top 20, then we're in the top 10, then we're in the top 5. And if we can stay there for a couple of days, I'll be so freaking happy. But we're just fed up because we want you to have the keys to unlock doors, but keys also break your chains. And freedom should be free for everyone and absolutely free for everyone. So with that, we want you to have a wonderful night, have a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. We love you. Nothing but love and respect to you all. And we'll see you in the next space.
Much love.